Hey there and welcome. Have you ever thought about learning German but it just seemed huge? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on that very first step. We're breaking down the A1 level, not as some impossible mountain, but as a few simple, totally logical building blocks. So let's get started.
So where do you even begin, right? What are the absolute must-haves for that very first conversation? That's the big question. And you know what? It turns out the A1 level is actually designed to give you the most useful tools right from the get-go.
I want you to think of A1 as the foundation of a house. Seriously, this isn't just about passing some test. It's about pouring that solid concrete slab that everything else is going to be built on. It's where you get the tools you need to actually start communicating. Now, this journey doesn't start with memorizing a bunch of complicated grammar rules. No, it starts with the most interesting subject there is. You. This first block is all about giving you the words to talk about your world, what you can do, what you want to do, all that good stuff. And the secret key to unlocking all of this? It's a tiny set of super useful verbs. We're going to call them power verbs because, honestly, they instantly give you the power to make real sentences about your own life.
Just look at how much you can say with only these 4 verbs. You've got können for your skills, like I can play the guitar. Then there's wollen for what you want, I want to travel. Dürfen helps you talk about what's allowed, and müssen is for all the stuff you have to do. They're basically conversational Swiss Army knives.
And here's the best part, the immediate payoff. With these power verbs, you're not just learning random words. You are having actual conversations. You can talk about your hobbies, make plans, and even understand the rules in a new city. You're already doing it. Okay, so what's the next block we stack on our foundation? Well, once you can talk about yourself, the next logical step is to start talking with other people. This block is all about using German in social situations, connecting with people, and diving into the culture.
Now, you might hear a term like dative case, and your brain might just shut down. But wait, it's not complicated, I promise. Just think of it as the grammar of giving. Anytime you give something to someone or do something for someone, boom, you're using the dative case. See? It's the grammar of being social.
And this is where that grammar gets really fun. You'll be learning how to talk about holidays, about giving and getting gifts, and even get into traditions like a German Christmas. It's grammar that has a real purpose to help you celebrate with other people. All right, so you can talk about yourself and you can connect with others. What's next? Well, now it's time to add some color, some detail to your world. This final block is about describing things better and handling all those little practical, day-to-day situations. This is where you really start to sound more natural. So instead of just saying, that is a coat, you learn how to say, that is a black coat. It's a skill that lets you paint a much clearer, more vivid picture with your words.
And, this is a huge one, you finally break out of only talking about right now. By learning the simple past tense for just 2 of the most important verbs, haben, to have, and sein, to be, you can suddenly share your experiences. You can tell people, I was there, or I had a great time. It's a game changer.
This is where your language skills become, well, essential life skills. What happens when you're not just describing a cool coat, but you're trying to describe a pain? This block gets you ready for those really critical real-world moments.
And just check out this toolkit. You learn the words for body parts, how to talk about aches and pains, and the key phrases you'd actually need if you went to the doctor. But it's not all serious. You also learn how to compliment someone's outfit and just say what you like and don't like. It's a really practical mix of stuff.
So let's just step back for a second and look at the structure we put together. We started with a foundation, and we added these blocks one by one. What does it all add up to? What can you actually do with all this A1 knowledge?
When you boil it all down, the entire A1 level is this simple 3-step journey. First, you get the tools to express yourself. Second, you learn how to connect with other people. And third, you get the vocabulary to describe the world around you and handle your daily needs. It's this clear, logical path from me to we to the world.
And this quote right here just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that transformation. You're not just learning words, you are literally going from talking about your personal abilities to social events to practical everyday needs. That's A1 in a nutshell.
So the final question is really for you. When you see how all these pieces fit together, from talking about your hobbies to celebrating with new friends to something as important as a doctor's visit, that first step doesn't seem so scary anymore, does it? With these foundational blocks in your hand, what's the first conversation you're going to build?